for the voice recording questions for yourself to ask your questions, but right at the end. For now, we will keep to the questions just on the chat box. And please, to all the members, there are designated people, our leaders, who will be attending to the questions in the chat box. It's not everybody who will be answering those questions, to make sure that the information we give to our people is as accurate as possible. Welcome. I see some people were with us in the summit yesterday, which was great, which was very exciting. Welcome everybody. Welcome to all those people. Now, before I waste too much of your time, it is my pleasure, it is my honor. I'm so delighted to introduce the two ladies that will be conducting our presentation today. First, Sis Maggie, you will bear with me. I'm a Zulu boy, hey? Okay, I will be introducing first. It's my leader, Sis Maggie Moloti. Did I say it right, Sis Maggie?
Yes, you did.
Thank you, Maggie Moloti. She's my leader. I have so much respect for her, ladies and gentlemen. She will take us through the first part of the presentation, and then the second part of presentation, where is Dima? I can't see Dima. Then it will be,
yeah.
Thank you. Then it will be Dima Magazi, who will be taking us through the second part of the presentation. Then after her, I will be coming back to take your questions, and then we will take it further as we go along. I hope everybody is ready. Sis Maggie, over to you, my sister.
Thank you, Mapholoba. Thank you for the wonderful welcome. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. We are so honored that you are here. Mapholoba mentioned our summit yesterday. We are all on such a high after that, and we're hoping that it will rub off onto you guys. If you joined us yesterday, you know what we're talking about. Some of us felt that we needed to be resuscitated after seeing the numbers that we saw. You're probably here to say, you know what, I want to know more about this, and you've come to the right place because we are going to give you more. For those who are not there, you missed out, but you are here today, and we appreciate that. And we still have two more of those summits coming, and that's coming 2 Saturdays. So you haven't missed. We'll give you more information at the end. So yeah, welcome. My name is Maggie Moluthi. I'm an IT consultant. I've been in IT for about 20 years now. I started off as a programmer. Now I'm a support engineer. And as much as I love what I do, I love cryptocurrency more. I was introduced to cryptocurrency in 2017. And the reason I love it is because it has really opened up my life to new things. You know, Mapholoba said, open up your mind, see things differently. That is exactly what it did for me. I was introduced to it when the value of Bitcoin was like 67,000 rands, I think. And I thought, geez, what is this thing? And I invested a little bit on it, and not invest, I wouldn't say invest because it wasn't a lot of money. I put some money in to test it out. And within a week, actually 3 days, because I started on Wednesday, by the weekend, my money had grown 10%. And I thought, wow, I have never seen such before. There could be something to this. So I started reading up on it, understanding what it is. And then I heard the industry experts talking about one Bitcoin one day will be $1 million US. And I thought, what? If I have one of these, it means that I could be an instant millionaire. And honestly, my aim was to own one until I met some people in this group who are amongst us. Let me mention names like Dima. I remember how she looked at me when I asked her, when she was telling me more about how I could make money out of cryptocurrency. And I said to her, oh, so, because remember, I was only aiming to own one Bitcoin, right? So I said to her, so you have a full Bitcoin? And she laughed at me and she said, a Bitcoin. Yeah, so clearly she had much more than that. That's when I realized that maybe this is not about playing, this is about financial freedom. And I saw this as hope. I saw this as something that would take me financially where I've been striving to get to in 20 years of formal employment, and I wasn't getting there. Suddenly, I saw that it is possible, and it won't take me as much longer as I thought. That's why we are talking about fast-tracking our finances. So welcome to today's session. Please note that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax consultant. I'm not a cryptographer. Whatever we are going to be sharing with you today, me and Dima and Mapholoba, is based on our experience and our knowledge. We have spent time studying the currencies. We have gone out there to see what would work for us, and we are sharing what we have seen working for us, and we're hoping it will do the same for you. So all we require for you is to just listen with an open mind and receive what we have got. It is really hope. It could be that thing that you have been waiting for. Okay, so just open yourself up and be ready to hear what we've got to say to you. Okay. Dr. Wayne Dyer says that the highest form of ignorance is when you reject something you don't know anything about. We applaud you for being here today. Many have rejected this and they don't know what it is all about. I delayed in joining in because I was joining in, meaning being involved in the cryptocurrency space, because I was one of those people who said, what is this thing? I don't care what it is. I don't know what it is, without finding out what it is. So the fact that you're here, we appreciate this. We value your time. The next hour to an hour and a half, we promise you, we are going to give you enough information that when you leave here, you are going to make a decision that is going to change your life. We are going to give you enough for you to say, aha, this could be exactly it. So we really applaud you for this. We'll make your time worth your while, okay? So why are we actually here? Okay, we may be here for different reasons. Somebody told you about Bitcoin Vault, somebody told you about cryptocurrency, and you may be here because you want financial freedom, or because you just have a lot of money that you want to invest and you want some more. We are here for different reasons, but there is one thing that I can definitely say we are all here for, and that is money. If you are not here for money, I am here to tell you that we are here to talk about money. So you better be in the right platform, because this whole thing is about money. How do we keep this money coming? How do we keep it growing? It's not only about it coming to us, but how do we consistently have that money? We're not about making money to lose it. We're not about making money for a certain period. We are about creating generational wealth. We are about reaching our financial goals and fast tracking that. We are about financial freedom. So how do we make our money? How do we make this money? That's what Dima and I are going to share with you today. So get into a quiet space, get your pen and paper, pay attention. It is crucial. So as we're going to talk about money, it's very important for you to be able to place yourself in terms of where are you in terms of generating money. The reason we want you to do this is that actually everybody who hasn't done this exercise before, as I go through it and do it for yourself and identify where you are at, because that will make you gain the most out of this session. You will get the most out of it when you understand where you are and you understand where you ought to be. So we are going to use Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant to identify where we're at and where we need to move into. Okay, so Robert Kiyosaki, he is the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Mapholoba spoke about us informing ourselves, having an open mind. If you have not read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, please go and read the book. It will be worth your while. As we're talking about money, understand money, okay? And then he wrote a book also called The Cash Flow Quadrant, which is what I'm going to summarize here for us. So he says that as an income earner, we are going to fall into 4 quadrants. So you must identify where you're at right now. Either you're an employee. When you're an employee, you wake up in the morning, you go to your boss, and then you give a service, and they give you money for it. What you're essentially doing, you are trading time for money. Okay, so identify that, are you an employee? Or you could be self-employed. As self-employed, it means that a lot of us actually go out of corporate formal employment and say we're going to start a business, and we end up being self-employed. By self-employed, it means that you own your time now. But according to Robert Kiyosaki, you are still trading your time for money. Because if we use an example of a doctor who has a surgery, right? If he is not there, money is not generated. Patients cannot be seen. So it means his time, his presence is required for money to be made. And he says these 2 quadrants on the left, the employee and self-employed, we are constrained, we are restricted by time. So we can only make so much money because we can only work so many hours. So a self-employed person has got better control of their money. So they're probably making slightly more than an employed person. But at the end of the day, we are all trading our time for money. What is super interesting is that he says 90% of income earners actually fall in these two quadrants, yet there is only 10% of the wealth. Does that explain to you now why a lot of us are still striving to get there, are still pushing to get there? We are limited by time. There is only so much you can do as an individual. So does that mean that it all is lost for you? Not at all. Because Robert Kiyosaki says there is two quadrants on the right-hand side, okay? One is a business owner. So as a business owner, he says that you need to focus on creating systems. Why? Because when you create systems, you are going to work in a system where people you're going to be leveraging off people and those systems to make you more money. So you are taking yourself out of the equation and you generate the super systems that are going to automate money making for you, such that even when you are there, not there, money is generated. And when you've got a lot of people all over making money for you, you make much more money. It makes sense, doesn't it? Look at big businesses like your Pick and Pay. The Ackermans don't have to be there for Pick and Pay stores to open. Yet the business is open all the time. Even during lockdown, they were open. Because of what? The systems that they have generated that have allowed them to keep making money without them being there. There is no time limit. Even if time is limited, imagine how many stores are there. The system has been enlarged and spread out such that there is leveraging of people. So what people tend to do is that when they want to go into business, we focus on a product. He says that focusing on creating a system. So there are many businesses that we can go into. You can start your own business. I've tried that. A lot of us have tried that. For me, that was the hard way. What was the hard way? I had to raise huge capital. I lost money because I actually stopped. I changed jobs, cashed out my pension, and I started my business, which I was sure it was going to work because I had the business plan. I had crossed my T's and dotted my I's. I thought this was going to work. Within a year, it had failed. My money had gone. It's probably because I was not focusing on systems, but it is the hard way of doing it. There is a way where you could buy a franchise, but they're quite expensive. I mean, a good franchise, it won't be less than R500,000 rands. Sorry, I'll be referring to rands because we are in South Africa and that is our local currency. Okay, so what happens is that as a franchise, you're also buying into systems. They are designed there, you tap into it, you make more money. However, with franchises, it's just that you need a lot of money and a lot of us cannot raise that capital. So does it mean you should not be going into businesses? No. Another one that Robert Kiyosaki mentions is network marketing. Unfortunately, this is one that a lot of people have looked down on because we don't understand it. It's been called names, it's been misunderstood, but guess what? That is one industry that has produced the most millionaires in the shortest space of time. Think about that. And Robert Kiyosaki advocates this business because it is one of the businesses that is easy to get into because the startup capital is normally not very high. Number two, you normally have great support. Yes, you've got the systems in place, which is what businesses is all about, but you've got the support. People who are vested in you succeeding. You are never on your own. So that's just another business. So he says you can go into that, or as an income earner, you could be an investor. As an investor, that's where now your money is working. Okay? You put in money, the more you put in, the harder it works, but now it is about where are you putting your money so that it works so much harder than you. Okay. And then he says that the interesting thing is that only 10% of income earners fall in these two quadrants on the right, yet only 9% of the wealth is there. As I was talking about this, I said to you, you must go through an exercise and see where you are. Because it is critical as we are introducing Mining City to you, for you to understand where you are so that you can make the most of what we are presenting to you. So, in telling you about Mining City, I'd love to tell you about a story, a mind-based story. It is a very interesting story. It's a story that I'm excited about. Why? Because it is a story about hope. It is a story about you and me. This is a business that started in 2017. So they were minding their own business, running a business that provides infrastructure solutions for digital marketing, for digital currencies. So which means that they were providing facilities for mining for other companies to tap into and make money out of. And one day, they're successful on their own. They've made a big name on their own, and they went to a summit for Global Digital Currency Summit. And when they were there was one guy who spotted them and said, MindBest, you guys, talking to EL, who's the CEO of MindBest, said, I've noticed something about you. You guys, when all the mining companies, those that are mining cryptocurrencies, are failing and are closing down, some are running at a loss, you guys are excelling. Why? How are you staying profitable in this industry? You were voted one of the best. How are you doing that? MindBest said, you know what? Come and see our business and how we do business. That video that you just saw now is how MindBest does business. Those are their facilities. So they took Mr. Park there. Mr. Park is the one who saw them as a summit and was asking them these questions. And they took him there. They said, come watch what we're doing. And then they saw that he uses the cheapest form of electricity. He uses the cheapest, he sources the machines cheap. He's got a system that works, that has allowed them to be above the industry, to be use less cost and be more profitable. And Mr. Park said, no. We've been searching for something like this. We have been involved with mining companies. We have not been satisfied. We need to partner with you guys. Can you please allow us? We've got a community of people that want to mine. We understand that mining is difficult. However, we have seen you guys. We have seen your reputation. We have seen your business. Can you open up to us? They said, you know what? Our business is not really catering for that market you're talking about. We are good with infrastructure. We have done well in mining. However, we're not going to discount what you're saying. We're going to listen to what you're saying. We're going to give it a thought and think about how we're going to do this. So that is how Mining City was born. It was born out of an idea from Mr. Park to say, can you open up to a bigger community who can benefit from mining through you guys? And they said, okay, instead of us trying to do this, let's stick to our core business. Our core business is infrastructure, is providing mining solutions for digital currencies. Now, let us create Mining City to support the market that wants to mine through us. Let them be the front end, and we will stay in the back end, and they can manage our customers who want to mine through us. That is how Mining City was born. That was a project that started in 2018 and was launched in February of 2019. So 2018 was started, launched in 2019. And obviously, I've already said it was in partnership with MindBest, who are the provider of the infrastructure, the backbone, and Mining City is the front end of this whole entire project that has got us so excited, that has given us hope. They've got mining farms in Kazakhstan and China, and they have grown tremendously. You may be thinking, you know what, Maggie, 2018 is just over a year old. These startups, you said yourself that you failed after a year, but you know what? Mining City has grown to be a very successful company. Let us tell you what it has done just in a year. In 1 year, it had grown to over 250 members in its first year in more than 22 countries, right? There's got many more members. I'm just giving you the figures of what they did in the first year. Within that first year, they had made sale of more than $230 million US. This is a startup which is a year old. How many startups have you heard of this? You know, we need to get into the habit of seeing opportunities and not letting them pass us by, because we are what? Laggards. Laggards are those who catch on after everybody has caught on, which we did for a very long time when we kept saying no to Bitcoin. And not only that, Mining City has paid out more than, we are talking about in its first year of operation. They have paid up more than 108 million in commission. And I'm happy to say that Mapholoba, Dima, and a whole lot of us, and those that invited you to this session, are recipients of those commissions on a daily basis. And one thing that it does, it has offered us income in two of those quadrants that Robert Kiyosaki was talking about. So it has given us an opportunity, sorry about that, as business owners and as investors. We'll get to know how it has done that. There is 2 leadership positions in here with Mining City. There's MindBest two separate entities with two leaders, Greg and EL. Please go on and read up about them. Understand that EL, who is the CEO of the backbone of this whole partnership, is a serial inventor. I mean, he's invented a phone which is already produced, and some of the fortunate mining city people, I will tell you later about it, have got this. He has invented an electric car. Please do yourself a favor and see also what MindBest is doing in the digital space. You will see how credible it is. This is not a company that just came and said, let's see what we can give people. This is a company that was running, being the best in its space in digital currencies. And now they have just given us an opportunity to take part on that. They've given us an opportunity in two of their products. Their job, as I said, was to provide infrastructure solutions for cryptocurrencies. There's two in particular, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault. So what are they doing? They are miners of these currencies. You'll understand what mining is later. So they are miners of these currencies. So what they've done is that we can allow people to mine and benefit through us by using our facilities without them physically owning the machines, without them running operations, without them worrying about power. So we are going to give them an opportunity through Mining City to be able to collect these coins, to accumulate them and make themselves filthy rich. You are in here because you probably heard about Bitcoin Vault. It is exactly what we're talking about today. But we cannot do Bitcoin Vault justice without talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the mother of cryptocurrencies. It remains the mother of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin Vault has come in to supplement it and to give us an opportunity that we may have possibly missed with Bitcoin. So let me quickly tell you about Bitcoin. I'm just going to give you enough information for you to be able to understand Bitcoin Vault and for you to be able to make a decision. One thing that we are all about and you need to appreciate about us is that as much as we are about money, we are all about understanding how you're making your money. We are all about knowing where your money is going. We are all about when you go in and understand and you make an informed decision, it won't be because Maggie said. It won't be because Dima said to me, I must so. It will be because I understood what they said in that session. It made sense and I could see that I could also make money out of it. So let's just start about telling you about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency that was started in 2009. Yes, some of us only heard about it now, but believe it or not, it's been around for 11 years now. So digital currency means that it is money. Money like your rand, like your US dollar, like your pound, like your Namibian dollar, it is money. Your Botswana pula, it is. But what we call digital currency, our money we call fiat currency. That is money owned by government. So it means whatever you can do with money, you can do with Bitcoin. You can save money, you can pay with money, you can get paid in money and buy with money, save money, send money to someone. The most amazing thing about this is how we send money with Bitcoin. It has fast-tracked things so much. I've got family in the UK. When I want to send money to my sister-in-law, guess what? Within minutes, I just use my smartphone and she will have her money. No more waiting for a number of days for Western Union to decide that they want my passport. Why am I sending money? All that is eliminated with Bitcoin. So it has made things very easy for us. So it is called peer-to-peer currency. Just like I've explained now, I can send money. It is about us transacting without involving the middleman. So just send that money and they've got it. And it's decentralized, which is key to this, which means it is not owned by one authority. It is Bitcoin globally, everywhere in the world, not owned by a single entity. The biggest thing about it, that is what is so interested in cryptocurrencies, is that it's a great store of value. What does that mean? It means that when you put your money in it, it is likely to keep the value of your money, which means it is deflationary in character, which means that as you are seeing our rand, our dollars, our whatever, losing value, it does not lose value. Just like gold, which is why it's seen as a commodity. It is sometimes referred to as digital gold. It is designed to mimic that, which means we want to be putting our money where it is growing as opposed to where it is losing value. When we say something is losing value, it means that for example, a couple of years ago, you could buy a loaf of bread for 5 rands. Now a loaf of bread, the same loaf of bread, you need to take out more money, about 13 rands. Why? The rand has lost value. So we're looking at putting our money where it appreciates in value. One of the things that does that for Bitcoin is the monetary policy of Bitcoin. You know, in South Africa, we've got our monetary policy that it says that the inflation must be between 3 and 6% and blah, blah, blah. You know, that is our monetary policy. Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault have got their own monetary policy. Bitcoin Vault has adopted that one of Bitcoin, which means there will only ever be 21 million of these coins in circulation. At the moment, there is more than 18 million already in circulation, 18.3 million in circulation. You need to understand that this has been done in 3 years. So why is this monetary policy critical? When you've got something in abundance, like money is just printed in jail, we've seen examples where governments have just printed money. What has happened to those currencies? They were devalued. So Bitcoin, to guard it against being devalued and being impacted by inflation, there is that monetary policy that says only 21 million will ever be in circulation. Over and above that, the monetary policy says we are going to control how we are releasing this money into circulation. Our South African rand is produced at the SA Mint, right? They decide, the government or whoever, the governor will decide how they are printing this money. The Bitcoin says we are going to produce a certain amount of coins every 10 minutes, right? And in 4 years intervals, we are going to have that. Why? We are making it more difficult to mine. Why? We are increasing scarcity. Why? It's going to drive the price of the coin up. So you understand that there's a monetary policy that is designed to drive the value of this coin up, which means that we are investing in these coins with the idea that our money is going to grow. So Bitcoin's monetary policy says the first 4 years, 50 Bitcoins were released into circulation every 10 minutes. Then it went down to 25 Bitcoins, then to 12.5 Bitcoins. A few weeks ago, the beginning of May, on the 11th of May, we had what we call the Bitcoin halving, which is in line with the Bitcoin monetary policy. It happened on the clock without interference from anyone. It went down to 6.25 coins every 10 minutes. These coins are what is released as a reward to the miners. You'll understand that when I tell you about blockchain. So it is being reduced. Now we are sitting at 6.25 every 10 minutes. This was achieved in 11 years. The last coin is going to be mined in the year 2140. We only have 2.7 of these coins to go. What is that telling you? It is becoming more and more difficult. In 4 years' time, you will only be mining 3-point-something Bitcoins. Then it's going to go down to mining Satoshis. What are Satoshis? Satoshis are fractions of a Bitcoin. Just like we've got cents to the rand, we've got cents to a Bitcoin. Those are called Satoshis. 100 million Satoshis equal 1 Bitcoin. So we are going to be mining Satoshis as we go on. Remember, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin Vault sitting on the same monetary policy. You don't want to join in when you are mining Satoshis. We still want to go in when we are still mining in the vault. Okay, so this is the value of Bitcoin over time. I have discussed with you and shared with you how its monetary policy is driving the value. So this is how it has driven the value over time. We went from no value in 2009, and today we are sitting at 170,000 rands for 1 Bitcoin, about $9,500 US for 1 Bitcoin. That is in 11 years. Pay attention to the fact that it took Bitcoin 4 years to get to the $100 US mark. You will understand why I say you must take a note of that when Dima comes to talk to you about our exciting Bitcoin Vault. So this is the monetary policy. This is what Bitcoin has done over 10 years. Now, actually, on the 22nd of May this month, we were celebrating Bitcoin Pizza Day. What Bitcoin Pizza Day is what we're celebrating as the day when Bitcoin was actually used to buy something. We had 2 pizzas bought at 10,000 Bitcoins, 2 pizzas. At that time, it was about $48 US. Today, that 10,000 Bitcoins is more than 90 million US dollars. That is what we are saying when we are talking about a great store of value. So what powers Bitcoin is blockchain. Blockchain is a digital, let me just go through it quickly. Blockchain is a digital digital ledger. What a ledger is a record of transactions. It means that it's an audit trail that says, when was the first Bitcoin produced? Where did it go? As it exchanges hands, it's recorded on the blockchain. Just like your bank, Standard Bank, Netbank, ABSA, they've got their own ledgers, but you don't have access to that. You can't see it. Blockchain is a ledger, but it is transparent. You can see it. It logs transactions just like your bank logs transactions. However, it is done by specialized computers. These computers are called nodes. They are connected to the blockchain. Their job is to secure the blockchain. It is to make sure that the transactions that happen are accurate. What it means is that when I said to you, with blockchain, there's no middle, with Bitcoin, there's no middleman. Your question should have been, Maggie, when you say you are sending a coin to Dima, who makes sure that you actually have that coin? The blockchain does that. It keeps track of those transactions. And I said it's what a lot of computers, these are miners. When we spoke about mining, these computers are miners. What are they mining? They are mining coins. How are they mining them? By validating and confirming transactions. Over and above that, they must do proof of work, which means they get a mathematical equation to solve. When they solve it, they get an award, and that award is new Bitcoins that never existed before, which means that is how Bitcoins are produced and put into circulation. Just like with gold, we dig underground, we are digging with computers, and the digging of the computers is the mathematical calculation. The winner is the one who solves the calculation. So when you go to Pick and Pay, you swipe your card at the ATM, right? A message goes to your bank. They check their general ledger and they say, oh yeah, Maggie does have that 1,000 rand she's trying to use at Pick and Pay. And what do? They send a message back to the point of sale at the till. They say approved. Bitcoin does that. And when they do that, it's with a lot of computers doing it at the same time. And then the computer that further does an additional proof of work gets rewarded with Bitcoin being released into circulation. I hope that explains to you what mining is, because when we're talking about Mining City, they do this process with the computers that they have, and then they get awarded coins. So we mine through them so that we get a share of those coins without us owning the computers and worrying about all the costs that go with running such an operation. So I've told you what mining is. So you can liken blockchain really, that it is to cryptocurrency what the internet is to email, which means that cryptocurrency cannot exist without blockchain. It validates, it secures, and it releases the coins. Okay, these are the computers that I'm telling you about. So Mining City, this is actually their farm. They own millions of these computers. They've got hectares of land that has got powerful machines. What you're seeing there is an Watts Miner M21S. It's a unique machine designed to mine digital currencies. They use this to mine Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault. Okay, what you're seeing on the right is a power station. So now if you think you can go and buy this machine and run it in your own home, I'm telling you, you are competing with Mining City that have got a power station on site to run machines that you're seeing on your left. Lots of them. You've got no chance. That is why they're saying mining is not profitable for individuals. So we are mining through operations like this. They offer us packages of mining power. We buy those, and then we get awarded with the award that they get from the mining, which is Bitcoin Vault. We are going with Bitcoin Vault because it has now become much more difficult to mine Bitcoin. So that is why our focus today going forward is telling you about mining Bitcoin Vault. So why Bitcoin Vault? Who is this Bitcoin Vault? So I've shown that the value of one Bitcoin is now about 180, over 170,000 rands, over 9,000 US dollars. Have you got such money to go and buy Bitcoin now? I've shown you the mining difficulty that now you get 6.25 coins every 10 minutes. If you were to mine on your own, you're most likely not going to make it. So do you think that you have lost your chance in the cryptocurrency world? No, you haven't. Why? Because we have Bitcoin Vault. This has just like become something that says, here is your second chance. If you think you missed it, you haven't, because Bitcoin Vault is going to take us back to that time when Bitcoin was 100 US dollars. Bitcoin Vault is taking us there. So brace yourself, discover and experience what Bitcoin Vault can do and unlock for you. through Mining City. So what exactly is this Bitcoin Vault? I've told you about cryptocurrencies. Everything that Bitcoin is, Bitcoin Vault is. It's just that it has added a bit more to Bitcoin to make it more adaptable. It is simple to use, just like Bitcoin, okay? Which means you can send it to people, you can store it as a great store of value. Another thing that you need to really bear in mind about Bitcoin Vault, its focus is not so much on the peer-to-peer transacting, but on the great store of value, making your money keep its worth. And it's flexible because, unlike with Bitcoin, you can decide whether you want to go fast or you want ultra secure. It gives you both options. If you want to go fast, it's got a key that says go as fast as Bitcoin, send now, they receive. Or ultra secure says slow down a bit. I'm sending my transaction, keep it for about 24 hours. In case something goes wrong, then I can reverse my transaction, which is what Bitcoin has not been able to do. With Bitcoin, once you have sent, it is gone. There is no reversing. So Bitcoin Vault, one of the biggest features that is going to make this coin, make it big, is providing that which Bitcoin could not provide. Okay, so for us more than anything, it's about the opportunity to go back to when we thought we have missed an opportunity on Bitcoin. So an interesting thing I want you to know about Bitcoin Vault is its monetary policy. I said to you, it adopts the same monetary policy as Bitcoin. Yes, it does. However, the first 4.5 years, remember Bitcoin has been in existence for 11 years now, right? Bitcoin Vault is the new kid on the block, only launched now on the 16th of December. They come in and they say we are adopting the same protocol as Bitcoin, right? But now, how are we going to do it? A lot of the coins that have adopted Bitcoin's protocol and made some slight improvements as well, like Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Cash, what they did was, in adopting this, they also put in, like, for example, now we are sitting on 18.3 million Bitcoins. What they would do, like Bitcoin Gold, if they were to launch today, they would say, we are going to pre-issue 18.3 Bitcoins. And who would they issue those to? All the people who already own Bitcoin would get those coins. What does it mean for you and me who own a very small fraction? You must know that out of all the wallets of Bitcoin, 0.06% of those wallets own 60%, which means less than 1% own 60% of this whole population of Bitcoin in circulation. So as those coins like Bitcoin Gold were launched, they were perpetuating that, which means that it still remains with the coins being limited to those few who knew about Bitcoin in 2010 when we didn't know about it. Bitcoin Vault said, no, we want to give people an equal chance. When we think that we are starting afresh, we are starting afresh. Yes, we are using the same protocol. We will catch up with them. But let's give ourselves 4.5 years to get where Bitcoin is. In that 4.5 years, we're going to have expedited mining, which means we are going to mine much faster than Bitcoin did. We are not going to wait for 4 years to have. We are going to reduce how many coins we put in circulation every 6 months. However, we're going to be giving a much higher reward. We're not going to start with 50, we are going to start with 175. So they did that. They started with 175 coins being in circulation every 10 minutes, released in circulation. Guess what? In beginning of May, we reached our first point where we need to reduce the number of coins. We are now on 150 coins. But guess what? In the first stages, more coins are being released. By the end of this stage, which we are in now, of 150 coins, 44% are going to be mined. End of this year, in November, we are going to reduce again by 50 coins per 10 minutes to 125. And 60% of these coins will be mined by then. The question to you is, are you going to be waiting for us to be reducing the number of coins? It is getting more and more difficult. You know, yesterday I saw something very interesting. When we were in a summit, Hannah showed us her Bitcoin Vault wallet, which started mining Bitcoin Vault at the end of December. And my eyes went, because I'm one of those who did not start mining on the 16th of December. On the 16th of December, with that reward of 175 coins, she for the standard plan 1, she got 1 coin on a day, 1 full Bitcoin Vault coin. Today, we are mining some satoshis of those coins. Why? Because some of us wait until it's too long. So don't wait for too long. So those who started early, have accumulated a lot of coins already. We are still in the game. We are still part of the pioneers. You are hearing about it now. Get in now. By the end of this year, 60% of those coins will be gone. How many of those coins will you have? So you want to be here when we are expediting. By the end of the second year, end of next year, 82% will be gone. So don't come in when we are mining less of the Satoshis we are mining now. When I saw that at some point people were mining 1 coin a day, I regretted not having started then. So don't do that. Okay, so we've got 4.5 years, but you want to get in now. And Dima is going to show you why you need to get in now, what it means for you to be accumulating these coins now, what it means for you to be wanting to do business with Mining City now. We spoke about an opportunity in mining, in investments and in business. Dima is going to take us through all that. Dima, it's over to you. Please can you take us through that?
Wow, Maggie, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was awesome. I think every time you listen to a presentation, there's something that just triggers your mind to say, I am definitely at the right space. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Maggie, can you stop share? I'm going to use that other presentation.
Okay. I've stopped now.
Okay, great. All right, let me start sharing my screen. I've got a bad network today, yo. I hope I don't get disconnected. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Let me start. All right, thank you very much, my leader. Thank you, thank you. Let me start my video. You can see me. Okay,
yes, we can.
Thank you, thank you. And I think everybody now understands exactly what is this Bitcoin Vault that we keep on making noise about. But let's go deeper and we understand exactly what is it about it and where do we get started and what are the benefits? What is it for us? Now, Maggie has already taken you through this part, but let's just look at it, which is exactly what she was talking about. So for me is that the first 2 years of this coin is very critical, guys. If you are in this meeting, that means you are in the first 2 years. And the first 2 years, 82% of this coin will already be in circulation. Remember, already 5.8 million is sitting in the hands of people. Who are those people? Guess what? It's only the Mining City community, okay? So as it is a decentralized coin, it's not gonna happen like that forever. We are going to actually expand and open it up for every single person to be able to mine it. And that means the opportunity for you will become even lesser and lesser and lesser. Maggie has already showed you, we are already sitting on the 150 blocks mark, meaning every 10 minutes, there's 150 Bitcoin vaults that are being mined, all right? That means you have already missed out on this part here. If you haven't joined yet, or you haven't started mining, or you're not accumulating, or you don't own any, that means you have missed the first window period, okay? So guys, bear in mind, you are sitting right at the beginning, right at the critical part of this cryptocurrency. You saw what Bitcoin has done over the years. Now let's go deeper as to see what actually has happened in the last 5 months of Bitcoin Vault. Now, let's go into Bitcoin Vault mining packages, and then you can see also what the price has done in the last previous months. How do you get started? Of course, we are all about selling mining power, all right? We are not selling mining machines. We are buying mining power. Remember, Maggie has already explained, we've got a company which is MineBest, which already owns the machines, okay? Now, what are the plans? Where do we get started? How do we get started? Of course, you need to put in money to make money, all right? So there's different packages that a person can buy into, and all of those packages will allow you to earn on a daily basis, literally every single day for the next 1,100 days, which is a period of 3 years, all right? There will be a 10 days waiting period after you have purchased your mining plan, and then on the 11th day, you will start seeing your mining profits getting paid. Now, what are those mining packages? The main package that we have is called a gold package, okay? And the gold package today will cost you plus minus 80,000 Rand in terms of the Rand value. Bear in mind, I said 80,000 Rand plus minus. Why? Because it depends on the exchange rate at any given time that you are buying this plan. Believe me, some people have bought it at 82,000. Some people have bought it at 79,000. It's based on the currency at that time. And it's not a direct translation or direct conversion from dollar to Rand, all right? It is paid in cryptocurrency. Now, since you understand that cryptocurrency is actually higher in the value and in worth. So the gold package is costing you $4,200. Okay. Now somebody might say, Dima, I don't have this much money. All right. How can you assist me to also be part of this business? Now, the gold package is equivalent of 3 smaller plans, which is the silver package, the bronze package, and the standard package. So if you buy a gold package, that simply means you are buying this package plus that package, which is equivalent of the gold package. Now, if you don't have the funds or the money to start right on top with the gold package, you can simply buy the smaller package. You can start with the silver package and then later buy a bronze package and later buy a standard package. It's up to you. Or you start with the standard package, it doesn't matter where you get started. The point is, you are also going to start to accumulate the mining profits or the mining earnings on a daily basis. Now, people often ask, Dima, if then I start with a smaller package, but my aim is to go to the gold package, what happens? Do I upgrade or do I add up? It's actually a top up, because every plan, if I buy a standard package today, it's going to start its own 1,100 days. And then let's say in a month's time, I add and buy a bronze package, okay? That means I have to pop in and buy the bronze package on its own. So it's also going to start its own 1,100 days, okay? So you will now be earning from the standard package plus the bronze package. So that is basically how it works. You don't top up, you don't pay a difference, but it's a top up, all right? So like I said, you can have as many plans as you want. You can have as much as you want. There is no restrictions, none whatsoever, as to how much you can own in the mining power with Mining City. Now, as you are looking at the different packages, the gold package will give you mining power that is 42 terahash. So don't mind the language. It's just the value of how much mining power you are owning within the space of Mining City. And then silver package will give you 24, bronze package will give you 12, and then the standard package will give you 6, okay? Now, what does that mean? I made an example earlier. I'm just gonna switch off my video because I'm using my stylus pen, and every time I use it, my hands are showing. Okay, so every time, let's make an example as to what does it mean for you to own a package. So if somebody came to a group of people, which is us in this meeting, all right? We've got how many people? We've got 145 people. So this person says, guys, there is a new gold mine which has never been mined at all right? Now, you can go in that gold mine and go and dig for gold. It's up to you how much you want, all right? Now, I make an example. I, Dima, decide to get a spade. The gentleman will help me. It's a spade haraf or a spade whatever, a spade. So if I decide to go dig with a spade and Maggie comes and he decides dig with that Madiba, the tractor, I don't know what you guys call it, but that big tractor, who will be mining more? Of course, Maggie will be digging more of gold. Why? Because she has got more capacity in terms of what she is owning. Now, think of that logic when it comes to buying mining packages, okay? The higher the mining package, the better your mining plans. I mean, the better your profit. Now, I just want to take you into a live account so that you can see what the gold package has done in the last previous months. I actually want to take you to a plan which started mining in April. And we all know what happened in April month. In April month, that's when we went into lockdown. Now, what does that mean? A lot of people during lockdown, they were saying life has just stopped. They were saying the month of April and the month of May has been written off. Guess what? Us who are mining Bitcoin Vault, we became even more wealthier. We made more money than we have ever done in the period, okay? So I'm logging into a live account, okay? Maggie, please tell me if you can see the account.
Not yet. Not yet. Yes, it's coming up.
It's coming up.
Yes.
Is it there? All right. Now, let's look at this account. This account, just to show you the proof, this account was bought and it started mining on the 26th of April. When did we go into 21 days of lockdown? 21st of April. So literally this account started during that time, okay? So how old is this account? 26th of April, 26th of May. So it's just over a month old, just over a month old. Now you will see it is a gold package. However, above it shows you that the gold package was bought at $3,500 US. But I said the gold package is 4,200. Why is that? It's because these were old packages. We had a price increase during the month of May, okay? So again, that is another missed opportunity because everybody that started and joined Mining City, they paid a lower amount. Now we are on new packages, okay? But let me show you the mining profits of this account. So remember guys, we are not getting paid in rands. We are also not getting paid in dollars. We are accumulating a currency that is appreciating over time, all right? Now, when we say we are getting paid on a daily basis, we literally mean every single day. Because when you look on this account, you can see on the 30th, there were 3 lines of payment, okay? Why is the 3 lines of payments? Remember, I said the gold package is equivalent of the standard package, which is this one. It's equivalent of the bronze package and is also equivalent of the silver package, okay? So it's standard, silver, and bronze. And of course, like I said again, you can buy them separately or individually if you want to. Now, look at what has happened. I just want you guys to actually take a look at what does this mean if I say we are earning in Bitcoin Vault and not in dollars, okay? Now, yesterday, this account earned this much of coins, okay? Maggie, please help me with the calculations here so that we can just get the exact amount. Okay, maybe let's work on the plan 1. Okay, let's work on the plan 1. The plan 1 got paid 0.02289,850 of what? Of the coins, okay? At that time, those coins were worth $4.13. Now, here's the biggest mistake or the biggest thing that is wrong that people do. People will say, okay, if I'm earning $4.13 in one day, then they say times 7 and then times 30 and then times 12 months. That is the wrong way of doing it, okay? Let me show you what do I mean. So you've got that number, ne, Maggie? The 0.02289,850. Okay, yes. Now let's go to what is the value of Bitcoin Vault today, okay?
181.55.
So I want to go into, can you see the CoinGecko?
Yes.
Okay, now let me show you what do I mean, okay? 0.022.
2289.
Yeah.
850.
850. Okay. Now, can you see what it means? It means this amount of coins yesterday was only worth 4.15. Today, it's now worth 4.159. Why? Because the currency has gone up overnight. In the last 24 hours, the value of Bitcoin Vault has gone up by 0.9%. Can you see that? Okay, so these are the numbers of what the currency is worth. Let me not confuse you. What am I saying? I am saying the fact that we are getting paid in a currency that is appreciating over time, it simply means what I got paid last night is not going to be the same worth in the next 7 days, in the next 6 months, okay? So it will be worth much more. So that is basically why we are saying cryptocurrency is a store of value, because a store of value allows you to actually make more money with the same quantity that you have, okay? So if I own 1 Bitcoin today, or 1 Bitcoin Vault today, the value of 1 Bitcoin Vault is sitting at 181. But what was the value of Bitcoin Vault in a week ago? A week ago, the Bitcoin Vault was sitting, I mean, it has grown up by 27%. In December alone, 1 Bitcoin Vault was worth $1. $1, okay? So let me show you just quickly another example of a mining account. So can you see this account, which is only just a month old? Only just a month old. This does not include any recruiting. It does not include introducing anyone. It's just purely getting paid the mining profits on a daily basis. So this account that is just a month old has already accumulated $1,096 worth of coins. Okay, now I want everybody, because I know everybody might have a calculator next to you. So if I have accumulated 6.04 coins, okay, Maggie, when you are my helper, let me, okay, I wanna go to share. So guys, what I'm trying to show you is that everybody in Mining City is making money, regardless whether you are introducing anyone. You can see this account. This person has not even introduced one person, not even a single person. And this account is just over a month old, okay? So this account, how long was it? It started mining on the 26th of
April.
April. Let me put my laptop into tablet mode. Okay, so 26th April, right? How old is it? It's only 1 month old. Okay, I did say to you the mining term is for 36 months, which is the 3 years. Okay, so if in 1 month, this account has made $6, it has made 6 coins in mining, okay? And the value of 1 coin today is sitting at how much?
181.
181. That's why we have that value of $1,096 worth in profits today. Okay, now my question to every single person that's in this meeting, if I started off with 3,500 rands as my capital, And in just 1 month, which is the past month, I'm talking about the last month, when everybody was sitting home on lockdown and thinking life has stopped, some people took the opportunity, and this was one of them. So in just 1 month, this person has already made or accumulated profits that are worth 1,096. Okay, that is already nearly a quarter of what he has started with in terms of the capital amount. Now, I have 2 questions for you. If this has been a performance for 1 month and the mining term is for 36 months, what is going to happen in the next 3 months? What is going to happen by the end of the 36 months? You ask yourself that question, okay? Now, my biggest question on this is, how many coins will this person have accumulated by the end of 36 months? Why am I making this in red? Because remember, the value of this coin goes up over time. In December 2019, 1 coin was $1. Okay, fast forward to 5 months later, okay, which is today. 1 coin is worth how much? $181. Now, my question is, how much will the coin be worth this and that? And how many coins will this person have accumulated? Okay, now that is what I'm gonna leave you with, because if he has accumulated 6 coins, and let's say the value of 1 coin goes as high as $500, for example, okay, what will that mean? Let's just work on what we have today, not on projections, but let's just work on what this account has already accumulated. So that will mean 6 coins multiplied by $500. How much is that, Maggie?
6 coins. 500, no?
That's 3.5.
Okay, you're too fast.
I work with numbers every day. So
it's 3.
Guys, this is what it is. That's why I stress it enough that we are not getting paid in dollars. I see people who are already members saying, oh, I got paid $4 today. No, you didn't get paid $4, because today the coin is worth 181, but tomorrow it's going to be worth much more. Then the same amount of coins that you got paid today, over time, they are going to be worth much more. Now, what is it that everybody should be worried or should be looking at accumulating? Is coins. I want to make it in red. So that's what we all want. We want more coins of Bitcoin Vault. The more coins I have, the more money I will make, the more wealthier I will be. Okay, now let's go back to the presentation. So if that is the situation, then it answers your questions that normally gets asked to say, which package is better? Should I buy a gold package, or should I buy a silver package, or a bronze package, or a standard package? I have answered your question. The higher your package, the more coins you are going to accumulate on a daily basis, and therefore it will generate more money for you in building generational wealth. Are these the only packages we have? No. We now have a package which is called a platinum package. The platinum package, where am I now? So the platinum package will cost you $12,600, okay? And in rand value, it's plus minus 250,000 rand. Guess what, guys? We have so many people that have already bought into the platinum package. Why? Because they understand that if the gold package in 1 month has given me 6 coins, okay, what will the platinum package give me? The platinum package will give me 3 times of the gold package. 3 times. Then it means in the past month, a gold package would have given me plus minus 18 coins. No, wait a minute. It's not 18 coins. Why? Because when you buy a platinum package, you also get a bonus of mining power that is worth a bronze package. Did you hear that, guys? You are getting mining power more that is worth a bronze package. So a platinum package is equivalent of a gold package times 3 plus a bronze package. Now, Mining City says we want to accumulate every single person. We understand we are in Africa. We understand people are losing jobs. That's why we had new packages being introduced. We also have a limited offer package, which is a primary package. This is the lowest package that we have, which will cost you $300. It's basically half of what the standard can give you. Okay, that will cost you plus minus 6,000 Rand. So that is basically where you get started. Do you need to introduce anyone? No, you don't need to introduce anyone. All the results that I've been showing you are based on just the earnings that we get from these accounts or these mining plans. Now, we also want to make more money because we understand that the more coins we have, the more...
Can you just get to your presentation screen, please?
Maggie, I thought that's where I am. And you're telling me now. Is that it?
Yes. Awesome,
okay.
Yeah.
So these are the mining plans. So basically, as I was saying, the platinum will give you 3 times of the gold package, plus it gives you an additional bonus mining power of a bronze package, okay? And then I mentioned the primary package, which is the lowest. Now we want to make more money. People like me, people like Maggie, people like Zolani, people like Tandy, people like whoever that is in the business, the one that has invited you in this business. Why did they invite you? All they did was to tell about the results that they are getting from this. Believe me, if I got good results on whatever I'm doing, who will be the first people I want to share with? I want to share with my family. I want to share with my friends. I want to share with my church colleagues. I want to share with my whoever. I want to share with everybody. Why? Because I showed you the results here. But Mining City is saying, we will pay you even more money for introducing other people to join the business. Because the more people that we have, the more mining power we are able to connect onto the blockchain. And the more competitive we are in mining profitably. That is basically the concept, okay? Because I know a lot of people will ask, why are people introducing other people in a network marketing business? I have never ever seen a business in the entire world that does not require people. Never, ever, ever. I used to work for Coca-Cola as a marketing executive, and all those marketing ads I used to put up on TV were purely to get people to buy Coke. So every business, it may be using a different business model, but every business requires people for it to be sustainable. Now, let's go deeper. For me, I've got a target to say if I can own a minimum of 5,000 Bitcoin vaults, then I can say I am rich, okay? That is my target. Now, how is Mining City going to make sure that I end this? Because if I bought a gold plan, of course, it's going to take me some time for me to own 5,000 coins. As much as it's profitable, but it's not gonna give me the target that I want. Now, the business side of things will make that possible, okay? How? We get different commissions that we get paid by introducing people. Okay, I'm going to just touch on the critical ones that are giving us crazy money. And I talk about crazy money, I talk about crazy money. Guys, I'll be honest with you. Again, just in the duration of lockdown, I made most money in my business than I have done when I joined in July last year. I have made the most money during this period. Okay, now, how did that happen? We've got a plans bonus, which some people will call it a direct referral or indirect referral commission, okay? So of course, people have got their own preferred plans that they want to buy. So each and every person that you will introduce into the business, you are getting paid a referral commission, okay? So the first 5 people that you are going to introduce to the business, all right? From the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, from each of them, they will then, all of them be known as Team A. And from each person, you are going to get paid 5% commission. 5% commission of what? 5% commission of whatever package you have introduced to them that they have bought, okay? So for example, if number 1 buys a platinum package, you get 5%. Number 2, you get, if number 2 buys a bronze, you get 5%. Of course, there's certain restrictions based on what you have bought, but that money would also be paid but withheld, okay? So that is your Team A, all right? And then when you further introduce people from your number 6 going up, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 100, there is no limit. You now start getting paid a 10% commission, okay? You get paid a 10% direct commission. However, from your Team B, okay, from your Team B, when the people you introduce also sees the benefit of making money and they also introduce other people, of course, they will be starting where? They will be starting with their Team A, right? They will be starting their Team A. And therefore, because of their starting their Team A, they are going to get 5% direct commission. But you, as the person that introduced this person, you are also now going to get another 5%. Okay, so from any person that gets introduced into Mining City, there is a total of 10% direct commission. Okay, similarly to this person, when this person started introducing his first 5, what did he get? He got paid 5%. So where did the other 5% go? The other 5% went to the upline, which is the person that introduced him. So that is the same scenario under your Team B. Okay, so that is basically what happens. For every person, there is a 10% commission that is paid. And then it's split according to saying, which team have you introduced? Now, I know we've got people who are networkers who are really ready to build this business, okay? My advice to you is, don't just buy one account, which is the main account, all right? Try at least to do 2 things. One, it's buy a tripod, which will lead us to the next commission, which is the binary, okay? So a tripod simply means you are going to buy a main account, okay? So you buy a main account, but you also buy this account and the third account for yourself, okay? Yes, it can be any plan. It doesn't matter which plan it is. You can buy any plan. Now, what does the binary commission say? The binary commission says, you, Peter, that just joined the business, okay? Every single person that buys a mining plan will be placed into what we call a system, a binary system, okay? The binary system has got a left-hand side and the right-hand side. It doesn't matter whether you want to build or you don't want to build. Why do we place you in the structure? Because 2 months down the line, who knows? You will be seeing these results and then you will also start sharing with people. And your plan when you started, you said, no, I'm never gonna tell anyone. But guess what? You find yourself talking and talking and talking to people. And as you talk to people, what do? They buy. And what happens for you? You get commissions. Okay, so never, ever, ever disregard and say, I'm never gonna earn from this money. Okay, now, as I was saying, the binary structure has got 2 sides. So let's make an example. This person who has bought, Peter has sold a plan 4. A plan 4 is equivalent of the old gold package. Okay, the old gold package, which gives you 7 credits. Okay, 7 credits, that is on the left-hand side. Now, Peter also refers somebody who buys a silver package. How many credits points? It's simply points. It will give you 4 points. But Peter further says, I'm not stopping. He introduces a third person. That person buys a bronze package, which will give you 2 credits. What has Peter done for the day? Peter has done 7 on the left, 6 on the right, and the company will then exchange your credit points for money. In what way? You need 5 left plus 5 right. To get paid what? To get paid a $200 equivalent of Bitcoin vaults, guys. Again, you are not getting paid in fiat money. So that is basically what the binary can do. Now, with the binary commission, you can earn as little as $200 up to $2,400 a day, which is based on what your ranking is, okay? So remember, I was saying to you, don't only look at buying one package. So if you are a networker, my advice is either buy 3 accounts, okay, which is your main account, and secure your first left and your first right, okay? Or make sure that within your team A, you also own one of these accounts. Why is that? Because as you rank up, every time you rank up, you need to have a certain rank from your team A. Okay, so bear in mind, I'm not gonna go deeper because that goes into training, all right? So that is basically what a binary cycle can make. Now look at this quickly. What's my time? Okay, so look at this quickly. Here it's the road to a millionaire in 12 months. Yes, I said a millionaire in 12 months, okay? Now, if you are in the crypto space, you will understand that R1 million is literally no longer a lot of money, because you can literally make this money in a month if you want to, okay? Which was something that I've done in the last 2 months. Yes. So now, if you look at this, if you were to introduce 1 person a month, like literally 1 person a month, as in 1 person a month, how many people after 12 years, after 12 months? After 12 months, you yourself alone, you would have referred 12 people. But the trick is, for every person that you introduce, you need to show them how to do the very same thing that you are doing, okay? So, for example, first month, it's me, I start and I introduce Maggie, okay? That first month, there's 2 of us. The second month, Maggie and I go and introduce 1 person each. How many people is it going to be in the team? It's going to be 4 people, and so on. The third month, it's going to be 8 people. At the end of the 12 months, we will have 4,096 people. Now, we take the worst case scenario, which is the plan 1, which used to be the standard package. The standard package, which is what? The standard package is the $600 package. We take the worst case scenario and say, every person that has bought into this is buying the lower package, which is the $600. Okay, remember guys, the primary is for a limited time. So I don't work on that because I don't know whether it will be here forever or not, okay? Now, how many credit points does the standard package give you? The standard package gives you 1 credit point, okay? So if we've got 4,096 people, multiply by 1 credit, it will give us 4,096 credits. This is throughout the year, of course, okay? Now round it off to 4,000. How many credits do we need for each side? We need a minimum of 5 credits to make how much? To make the $200. So throughout that year, you can accumulate 2,000 credits on the left, 2,000 credits on the right, divided by 5, it means you can cycle 400 times. When you talk of a cycle, we are talking about the $200. How much is that in dollar value? It's $80,000. How much is that in rand value, Maggie? What is the rand value?
It's about 17.5, I think.
Okay, now let me show you something else, guys. Remember I said we are not getting paid where is my website? We are not getting paid in rands. We are getting paid in what? In Bitcoin Vault. Now, if in that year you make an amount of, where's my calculator? Where's my calculator? So there we are. So if in that 1 year, okay, I make an amount of $80,000. Sorry, 80,000. Okay, so if I make $80,000 in 1 year, okay, how many Bitcoin vaults will that be worth? 443. Now, compress that and work on introducing one person a week. That means you can make this much in 3 months. Because remember, this number was worked on one person a month. Now work on one person a week. Then that means in 3 months, you can literally make $80,000. That is basically the crazy part about this business. Now remember, the value over time is increasing. So if I'm gonna own 443 coins, what are they going to be worth in the next 6 months? That is what I'm going to leave you with. Okay, now where am I? So just to finish off, of course, I spoke about the ranking. These are the ranks that we have. Everybody starts as a citizen, then as a city builder, you need to have referred a minimum of 5 people, which is your team A, okay? And you need a volume of $12,000, okay? Now, moving to city developer, you need to at least have 3 city builders that you have introduced in your structure. That's where I was saying now, the one city builder needs to come from where? It needs to come from your team A. So if you can own an account under your team A, it's easy for you to influence your next ranking, okay? And then city manager, same thing. You need 3 city developers and so on and so on. Now look at the crazy part. These are bonuses just to say, well done and thank you. We already have people that have achieved city chief manager. One, I think Lonabo got paid this about a week ago. This is about $1 million already, guys, just as a bonus. And imagine a person who's a city chief manager is already making a lot of money already because he's got a large team. How old is Mining City? Mining City is just 1 year old. In Africa, it was only introduced in July. So we are not even 1 year old, but already we've got people that have earned this money. Okay, I'm sitting on this rank. And of course, the exclusive phone that Maggie was talking about, it's this one here that was designed and put into place by Eyal, who is the CEO of MindBest. I've never seen a phone that has got 2 screens. But of course, I'm waiting for mine. Because of the lockdown, unfortunately, we still don't have the phone because of the logistics challenges. But this is it. And look at it. They are comparing it to an iPhone 11. And it actually comes higher than the iPhone 11 in terms of a whole lot of things, okay? So this is just some of the amazing things about who Mining City and MindBest is in a bigger picture of a business. I'm not gonna go through this, but the person that has invited you will take you through the steps as to say, where do I get started? How do I get started? Because you are not going to give Dima money, but we will show you the steps of how do you get started and what do you do, okay? Now, just to close off, of course, we've been talking for 1 hour to 1.5 hours, and you are saying, Dima, you talk too much. Maggie, you talk too much. Yes, it's because we are passionate about what we are doing. For me personally, this has completely changed my life 360 degrees. What did I do? I took action, okay? The action, you decide what you choose. Today, you can choose after the meeting to go back to the person and say, how do I get started?